Occupy Youngstown began on October 15th and has since maintained a 24-hour presence with the support of local officials. In contrast to the criticism that the Occupy movement offers no clear demands, Occupy Youngstown actively ties local problems, such as the cutting of collective bargaining rights, the lack of health care coverage, and hydrofracking in a pristine city park, to Wall Street and the excessive concentration of wealth and power in the top 1%.
I know a lot of friends of mine locally didn't know anything about Occupy Wall Street, let alone what we're doing locally. And they found out from me online or on the phone, and then they saw me on the news talking about it. They're like, oh, that's what it's about. We heard you guys speaking about, corporate accountability and closing tax loopholes. That's stuff I can get behind. So the more specific we can make it, which has been a big criticism of the movement as a whole, is that we're not specific enough. So I know locally we've tried to pin down specifics that pertain to our own community. Youngstown's kind of been the poster child for anti-globalization and deindustrialization. And we were once a huge steel city for America, and in 1976 they started closing up all of our steel mills, taking all the jobs and shipping them down south and overseas where labor was cheaper. Youngstown's been a city that's been going through this kind of economic struggle for almost 40 years now, and I think we have a pretty valid voice in addressing the issues on a national scale. Youngstown used to have over 100,000 people living here thanks to the steel mills and General Motors and Packard Electric. Currently the only industry we have out of those three is General Motors. And we have said that we're in solidarity with Occupy Wall Street and Occupy Washington, the 99% movement and all that. But we're trying to, as they say, all politics is local, so we're trying to engage people on local issues, and then if we can get them hooked there, we can talk about national and global issues and how we go about setting things to rights for the 99% of the world's population.
Why are you here? Trying to get Washington and New York City to pay attention. It's all about the people and doing right by us, all of the citizens of the United States. Corporations are not people, and money is not speech. You treat us equally. Treat us like human beings would be a good thing. It's not right. It's not right. And even they agree that it's not right. The politicians need to start paying attention to the people, to the people, to the people.
We've made a pledge locally to be out here until Election Day on November 8th.
Okay.
After that, we're still talking as a group if we're going to at least continue to have meetings outdoors or back at the Lemon Grove, if we're going to continue to have an occupation presence here. We acknowledge it gets very cold around here in the wintertime. I think if we're able to keep some kind of dialogue going online, that even if we don't meet in public or have an occupation presence, we're still online and we're still talking to each other. All too often people say, I'm one person, what can I do? But if all of us get together and vote and raise awareness, then we can do something together.